Good evening, everybody. I'm going to show you how to make cheddar baked pasta. I usually make baked ziti, but I didn't like the brand that they had today, so I bought penne. So we're making baked penne. That's 1 pound box, 3 jars of 24-ounce pasta. Each one is a different flavor because I like to mix it up. That's just how I am. I have 2 packages of that brand of Italian sausage, mild. I pierce it and then I pop it out with 2 hands. See, I've already got them going. And that is 32 ounces of shredded mozzarella. I've got some herbs here. That's basil, parsley, thyme. I'm not going to use all of that, but I'm also going to add pepperoni to the sauce. I just feel like it needs an extra something, so I always add fresh pasta. And I've already boiled the pasta. There's the penne, and I boiled it to the point where it's about 3 minutes under what the box says to cook it for, because it's still going to go in the oven and it's still going to cook and it's going to turn to mush if you cook it to the box's recommendation. So all I'm going to do is brown this. This is going to finish cooking in the sauce. So as soon as I get this a little bit more brown, I'm going to pour all the sauces in. I'm going to put all the pepperonis in. In fact, I think I can throw the pepperonis in now. They're already cooked, so I mean basically they just have to heat through. There we go. I'm cooking all this in the pot that I'm going to bake it in. I can't use like a Pyrex dish for this because it's too small. It'll overflow. So let me bring this down. All right, I'm going to throw the pepperoni in, and I need 2 hands. And then I'm going to throw the sauce in, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So I've added the sauce, and all the meat was cooked through. Added the pepperonis, and this is what it looks like. Pepperonis are in there, and then you kind of play with it and pull them apart. All the pasta sauce was added, but then I went into each one, added a little water because I like to get all of it out. And look at how much I made just by adding a little bit, and it's thick. Look at that, because I like to get every last bit of it. And that also helps to loosen it up. You could call this a meat lover's pasta. Okay, now I'm going to take the pasta, pop it in, and this is why you can't use a Pyrex because it won't fit. I've done it before many times, and I can't use a Pyrex. It overflows. And now, while it's not so mixed up yet, I tasted the sauce right before, and this is why I always have to add fresh herbs. And by the way, the reason I call it cheddar baked ziti is because I used to make the sauce homemade. That I just added parsley and thyme, and that's just to your like. You don't even have to do this part. You can leave it off. You can just use the sauce, and that's fine. I'm saving some parsley to top it with. So now I'm gonna start adding the cheese. This is 32 ounces grated. You have to get it mixed in there well. If any of you out there have shredded mozzarella cheese before, you know that you get big chunks like this, and then I just break it apart, but I leave some pieces like that because that makes for a nice bite. You know, you pull into it and you get that big string of cheese. I want to leave some of this cheese for the top. So that's all I'm going to do for now. And then I'm also going to add Parmesan cheese to the top. And then I'm going to put it into a 350 degree oven for, everything's cooked except for the pasta, which needs to cook a little bit more, like 15 minutes maybe. I keep an eye on it. 350, and that's it. Now, add the rest of the Parmesan. And my granddaughter said she was gonna lend me her stand. And I said, no, I'll buy it. I'll go buy one. Don't worry about it. And she goes, yeah, no, it's fine. And I said, okay, well, for tonight, let me have your stand. And she never made it back over here. So I mentioned I used 2 of these, right? What is that? There's 5 links in here, I think. Anyway, 19 ounces, whatever. I used 2 of these, okay? Again, 1 pound, 1, 2, 3, 32 ounces cheese, parsley, thyme. That's optional. You don't have to do. I just feel like it needs more flavor. So I've got that. And I also need to add Parmesan. I'm going to add some Parmesan. Went too heavy there, but just spread it out. And then I also bought a block of Parmesan that we'll put into that little thing. And we'll add some to the top, and we'll top it also with fresh basil, parsley. This is going to go into a 350-degree oven for like 15 minutes. Okay, there it is. Took it out of the oven. It ended up going in for about 23 minutes or so. I don't like it to get too brown. I don't like that. I'm going to take a paper towel and sop up some of those oils. That's coming from the pepperoni. So there you go. I'm going to top it with some parsley. There's your vegetable. You can serve it with a salad. And again, the reason I call this cheater is because I usually make the sauce homemade, but I got to where the kids wanted to eat right away, and I had to, start cooking right away when I got home. So these are my shortcuts. But to be honest, I make the homemade sauce a lot. And my grandma, whose father was Sicilian, she used to make a similar dish. And, oh, by the way, we're going to put some parm on the top of that too. She used to make a similar dish. I don't know if my first cousins will remember, but she used to make a tomato pasta dish. And I do this like in honor of her, to keep the traditions going. So, that's it. Good night.